Hello, good evening. 5 years ago, the Brexit circle that could never be squared was Northern Ireland. How would it remain an integral part of the UK, retain a peaceful border with the Republic and reassure the EU its own customs checks remain secure? Well, despite those promises of easy resolution, it's a problem more intractable today than ever, and one that's already swallowed up two DUP leaders. Today, Sir Geoffrey Donaldson became the third in 2 months. He's insisted the so-called Northern Ireland Protocol, which allows Belfast a special place within both the EU and UK trading systems, will not continue in the current form, if at all. And he's demanded to see some action before he signs up to a new power-sharing agreement with Sinn Féin. DUP critics will point out they long understood what was being signed into law, but on the 100th anniversary of the opening of the Northern Ireland Parliament, no one can afford to see political stalemate. So what happens now? Nick Watt joins us live from Belfast. Nick, I think you have news for us tonight. We're out of time, but gentlemen, thank you all very much. Thanks for joining us. It's always dangerous to assume that regional elections will spell the path of the presidential elections, but something weird is happening in France right now. The latest exit polls suggest both President Macron's party, En Marche, and his toughest opponent, Marine Le Pen of the far-right National Rally, are failing to make their predicted gains. There's been record low voter turnout, an abstention rate of 66%, which she has branded a civic disaster. Can it give us a sense of the voting mood in France? Is it apathy or disillusion or contentment with the status quo? Here's Lucy Williamson. Lucy Williamson reporting there from France. Now, how do you feel about having your medical history scraped together onto a wider government database? 55 million of us will soon find out that our mental and sexual health, examinations, fertility treatment, abortions, abuse, medication and surgery is all being shared anonymously or pseudonymously unless we take deliberate steps to opt out of the system. The government and its supporters believe the benefits far outweigh the concerns. The database should help the NHS to provide more of the kind of support we collectively need when they can see what that is. But the data collection project, the first of its kind on this scale, has caused uproar amongst privacy campaigners who believe it is legally problematic and wonder why a greater effort hasn't been made to consult or inform the public more widely on it before now. Well, let's take that a little bit further, because joining us now, Tina Woods, the Chief Executive of Collida Health, who works with NHSX, which looks at the use of data and technology in the NHS, and Phil Booth from Med Confidential, which campaigns for privacy in healthcare data. Tina, can I just start with you and get you to explain for us why this is such a good thing? Why should we be embracing it?
Yes.
Kind of experience we've had with sort of data collection before, Tina. I mean, you look at things like, I think it's called HES, Hospital Episode Statistic, or the care.data. There is a kind of underlying issue when these things are introduced, and quite often billions of pounds are spent, and quite often they then have to go through a review. I think this one was subject to a Partridge review. And it ends up with people not really having trust in the government using our data in the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tina, one of the oddities of this is that it's such a difficult system to opt out of, and that there hasn't actually been very much debate. We've heard very little about this from the government themselves until this morning. I mean, either they want transparency and it's a great thing and they get it out there, or else they're sort of running it under the carpet quite quickly when nobody seems to even notice. Which is it? OK, well, I want to leave Tina with that point when she can, but get back to us.
But Phil, you raise a very good point.
Well, but let me raise a different point to you, which is that we have to be having the mature debate, because otherwise we will always be scared of the future and its advantages and the technological advantages that it brings, because we are constantly bringing the shutters down on this.
Well, I don't think